25 truths you didn't know about tuition-free universities. You've probably read about tuition-free universities in some countries around the world and wonder if there is a hidden agenda. Why will the country offer education for free and still claim it offers quality education, whereas people are taking loans to pay for tuition in other countries? Is there something no one is telling you? Well, in today's video, we'll bring you 25 truths you probably didn't know about tuition-free universities. This video is brought to you by After School Africa. If you're new here, you're welcome. Consider subscribing to this channel to continue exploring opportunities. 1. It's not actually free because someone is paying for it. Top public universities in Germany receive 10 to 28 million euros in funding every year. A variety of approaches are used by the government to fund higher education, such as imposing higher taxes on citizens or making use of their significant resources to provide the finance for extensive social investment. It's free because someone gets to pay for it. 2. It only applies to public universities and colleges. Private universities usually charge high tuition fees, but often offer more financial aid. If you're looking for tuition-free schools, you should be looking at the way of public institutions. 3. You still get to pay some fees. While you may not get to pay for tuition, there are usually small fees to pay. This is usually referred to as administration fee, student body fee, or course fee, but they're usually very small in comparison to other popular countries. For instance, in Germany, administration fees at public universities will be about 170 to 300 euros. 4. You have to pay for your living costs. While you may get free education, you still have to take care of your living expenses. And living cost in most tuition-free countries is not cheap. Depending on the country, this expense can hit your wallet hard. For instance, average cost of living in Germany is at 9,900 euros per year. Now that's expensive for most people. 5. But there are tuition-free universities that also cover living costs. These are very few and highly competitive, but they do exist. More on that a few points away. 6. Some countries have scholarships to cover for living costs. There are postgraduate scholarship programs to cover cost of living in some countries. You just have to qualify to be accepted. 7. It is difficult for countries to sustain free education for all. Most of the countries that offer tuition-free education to international students are in constant debate as to whether it is of benefit to the country. This is why some countries have stopped offering free education to foreign students. There is no guarantee that the countries that are still generous with their education system will remain so in the near future. 8. Almost all tuition-free countries are in Europe. European countries offer the most tuition-free option for foreign students. 9. Finland used to be tuition-free until 2016. Finland used to offer tuition-free education for non-European Union students, but the rule changed in January 2016. They believed lack of tuition fees has been the biggest obstacle to promoting education export for the country. Public universities in Finland continue to be tuition-free for students from EU countries, but non-EU students enrolling in English-taught degrees are required to pay tuition fees. 10. Sweden used to offer tuition-free education until 2011. Sweden also used to offer tuition-free education to non-EU students, but they introduced tuition fees in January 2011. 11. Denmark used to offer tuition-free education until recently. Higher education in Denmark is free for students from EU and Switzerland and for students participating in an exchange program. For other students, annual tuition range from 6,000 to 16,000 euros. 12. Norway still offers tuition-free education to foreign students. Public universities in Norway are still free for both EU and non-EU students at the time of making this video. But the cost of living in Norway is considerably high, so you still have to spend a substantial amount of money to get through your study. 13. Germany still offers tuition-free education to foreign students. German public universities continue to offer free tuition education for international students. This has resulted to a growing number of international students going to study in Germany. Based on the latest official enrollment data, the number of international students attending German universities has increased to roughly 400,000 as of 2019. 14. From 2020, international students will need 10,236 euros to study in Germany. Starting from January 2020, all international students who want to study in Germany have to deposit at least 10,236 euros to a blocked account in order to get their student visa. A blocked account is a unique type of bank account designed for international students to be able to provide reliable evidence they possess necessary financial funds to study and live in Germany. It can be opened prior to one's arrival in Germany, but can only be accessible after the student registers at the local residence authority in Germany. 15. Some tuition-free universities rank high in global university ranking. Free university and college does not mean low quality, neglected education system. Most of the tuition-free universities in Europe are ranked high in the global education ranking. 16. In most countries that offer tuition-free education, undergraduate degrees are not tuition-free. In most countries, tuition-free education is only reserved for postgraduate degrees. 17. PhD in most European countries are tuition-free. In most European countries, even in countries that have withdrawn their free education policy, you can undertake a PhD degree for free. You can even get paid through your PhD. 18. Some private schools in US are debt-free. Private schools usually charge more for tuition, but often offer more financial aid. Some private schools like Harvard and Yale in the US are debt-free, which means that they don't charge you more than what they think your family can pay. 19. Rather than offer free tuition, some institutions offer their courses free online. Due to the growing trend in massive open online courses, some universities in the US, UK, and other top countries offer their courses online for free at open online learning platforms like edX and Coursera. You can also sign up on Stanford Online, HarvardX, UC Berkeley X, and start taking courses online for free. 20. Most EU countries offer tuition-free education for EU citizens. While some countries have stopped offering free tuition education to foreign students, their public universities are still tuition-free for EU and EEA students. 21. You can study at public universities in Brazil for tuition-free, but the catch is that you must be willing to take classes in Portuguese. 22. You can study in Czech Republic for free, but the catch is that you must take classes in Czech language. 23. You can study in Greece for free, but you should be ready to take classes taught in Greece. 24. Technical University of Munich is the highest-ranking tuition-free university. According to Top Universities ranking, this university ranks number 1 in Germany and 55th in the world for 2020 ranking, and it offers tuition-free education to international students. Since 1927, 17 Nobel Prizes have been awarded in physics, chemistry, and medicine to academics affiliated to the university, a proof that the best things in life are not always the most expensive. 25. These two Italian universities offer both tuition and living cost-free education. The Italian universities of Scuola Normale Superiore di Pisa and Scuola Superiore Sant'Anna both are ranked in the top 200 worldwide. Not only do these universities have free tuition and zero admin costs, they also offer an endowment to help cover the cost of living for their students. And that's it for today. Do you plan studying at a tuition-free university? Let us know in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, thumb up and share it with someone. If you're yet to subscribe to After School Africa, this is likely a good time to subscribe. Until next time, your success matters.